Hello, this is Grandma's Gone Gaming. I am bringing you the first part here of episode 3, then I'll go back into the game. I wanted to be sure and show you what the wiki pages look like for the structure blocks. And all of these right here, the addresses, the links to these 3 pages that I'm going to show you will be in the description so that you can go there by yourself to get all the extra information that you need after the basics that we're already practicing. Okay, this is the page for the structure block itself, and of course, as usual, it tells you about a little bit of the history here, where it says it's a block for map makers, similar to the command blocks, but this one can take a structure that you build in the world, for example a house, and save it. It is then possible to place it in the world multiple times. So it's basically saving templates and then copying them back into the world at any position. The nice feature is that every structure can be rotated or mirrored when it's placed, and you have seen me do that in both episode 1 and episode 2 of this tutorial. Alright, so then it tells you about the structure blocks that are used to manually generate structures, etc., etc., etc. You can find out pretty much everything you need here. Some of it is a little techy, and it's hard to understand if you haven't used 3D things very much. And I don't understand everything, but I'm learning more all the time, as I've mentioned before. So this tells you how to get it, and I've already showed you that. You have to give you can use the set block, yeah, okay, but you can give to yourself the structure block as you can a command block. Okay, so then also the usage here, how it opens, how it works, how you save it. This is how I got all the information that I did get, that I have had, that I've learned. The structure name, the relative position, and this is something that I haven't figured out exactly. Invisible blocks tells you, remember I talked about, okay, so invisible blocks, it says here is air, but you don't have to set that as being on because it's automatically going to say, it's going to copy the air anyway. So you can go through this and read it, see what seems to make sense to you and what doesn't. Structure size here, okay, yeah, you can set that to do differently. You play with it. I'm not real sure about that. You can go up to, in Java, you can go up to 32 by 32 by 32. Tells you all the other things that you want to know. Tells you exactly how to do it step by step. And I've given you examples so that you can check what it was that we did and see what that means to you. So there you go. That's what this page is all about. And it gives you all of this information down here as well, your data values and all that kind of stuff. Alright, so the next page that you'll want to have handy, and I keep these, these are some of my titles. This is my what do you call it, my bookmark bar here, my shortcuts bar in Firefox. So this is my own Neighborly Simscraft because that's what I run as my own forum, which is closing, but I have my own website as well, and that's lindawing.net. Anyway, this shows me all of the my YouTube links that I use all the time, and my Sims 4 links and everything, my Grandma's Gone Gaming link that you're watching this video on, and all that kind of stuff, like the structure block things here. So I keep those addresses here where I can get to them in a hurry. And then we'll go back here and we'll go to the second page, which is Village Structures 1.14. Now this is what we're going to show first when I get right into the tutorial, and we'll only do a couple things because we don't really have time to do a whole lot. But what happens is that your village structures are kept in your game folder, in the version folder of that you're using for your 1.14 game. So if you're running 1.14.4, which is the most current, this is where you're going to find all of the things that create those little weird farms in the savannah villages and stuff like that, the light posts, the pens, and everything. So it has in here the file structure, tells you how to use it. All the structures are listed here, and structures common to all biomes, which is like golems, one for one. desert biome structure variants, the plains biome structure variants, the savanna biome structure variants, the snowy biome structure variants, and the taiga biome structure variants. And then there's a gallery. So you can go on down here and it lays out for you exactly what you have to use to put into those blanks that we're used to now seeing. How you have to type in and then copy it so that you can put it in other places and all that kind of stuff. This is where you find the information to get it out of your game files and put it into a village that you want to make by yourself. All right, so you have structure blocks can be used to manually load pieces of the village from the data structures village folder in Minecraft jar, that's your Java archive. To do so, set a structure block to load mode and enter. Now you notice that it says the whole file structure is in the jar file as data structures village. The slash is just, that's a file folder within a file folder within a file folder. And you don't have to type all that. In fact, there's not room to type that. The first few times I tried it, it's like, why isn't this working? There's just not room in those little spaces. And they have made it start with here. They understand that it's going to be in data structures. That's what the structures blocks are about. So you just have to start with the word village, put a slash, and then the folder tells you in this list right down here. See here, there's the word folder down here. And it tells you exactly what folder that you should put into this next spot right here. So then after you put that in, then you get the structure name. That's what this is here. You place that here, and then you would press load, and you're going to get that, and then you'll have to do the rotating and all that kind of stuff. So let's say you wanted to put a golem in, right? All you'd have to do would be to type in village slash, and then you would put in common slash, and then you would type in iron underline golem, and then you would press load, and you would then confirm that it is where you want it to be. And with a golem, you can put him anywhere, so it really doesn't matter. So you press load, and there he is. He's going to be loaded. Okay, now we're going to go in and do some of that. Now if you wanted to, let's say, just go down to the snowy stuff right here, plains, ready. You can see that this is all of the streets, all that kind of stuff you can place in. Personally, I would make my own streets, but you can do terminators. You can use that to generate the village streets. I have not tried that. You can experiment with all of that. This is where to find it. So let's say we wanted to do, like I said, Savannah, where's snowy? Here we go, the snowy stuff. The lamppost, for instance, just to start there. You would say village slash snowy slash and type in the name of the first one or whatever one you want. Now look, this is snowy. This is your comment to this stuff. Only goes down this far. Now this is a little confusing because all of a sudden you go, wait, those aren't going to work. Those are in this box here that is delineated, and that is snowy houses. Okay, snowy slash houses. So there's an extra folder. So that's a double folder that you're looking for. And anything under this line here, snowy animal pen 1, animal pen 2, blah, 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 all the way down to snowy weaponsmith 1. So let's say that we wanted to do that one. We would say village slash snowy slash houses slash snowy underline weapon underline smith underline 1, just like it looks. Whoops. Just like what I'm trying to do right there. And this tells you what it's going to look like. You're going to create then a building with a grindstone and a forge out front and another grindstone and a chest inside. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the game again, and I'll show you how to do that. Before we do that though, the other page, the third page, is the Minecraft Wiki Project's structures. And with that, if you don't want to do all this with structure blocks, but you want to build every one of these things that we just talked about, here they are in a list here. Let's say you want to build a snowy temple, which is the one that has the brewing stand in it. You would click on this one here, and it shows you this here, Temple 1, this is one of them. And you look at this, and it shows you what all is in it. So you can get all of your mats all set aside. Everything is here. And then it shows the blueprint underneath, and it says show here. And when you do that, you can start with layer 1, which is the very bottom layer of it, and then you can go to layer 2 and you start going up, layer 3, layer 4, and if you hover over this, it will tell you down at the bottom, spruce planks. Down at the lower corner down here, watch this, layer 4, and that says layer 4, and then if I hover over that, it says spruce planks again. If I hover right over here, it doesn't, it says snow right here, see? And then this right there, it doesn't say anything, so you know that that's space. But there's something there that says it's a torch right there. You can see what it is. You can see it right there above there and also down in that corner. Layer 5 has some lanterns. You can see it up there, and you can also then, when you first hover over it, it shows you down in that lower left corner. So you don't have any question about what it is that you need to go all the way up to layer 14, which ends in snow. Okay? So you can build that temple, right, all for yourself, exactly the way it looks here, and then exactly the way you've seen it in your game. All right, so now we are going to close those out and close the tabs, and now I'm going to say goodbye for this part, and I'll come back with the second part that shows you exactly how to do a couple of those. Okay, so now we are in the world, and we need to find a place to do a couple of different things. We've seen how the Plains Village looks here. I am familiar, and I'm assuming you are familiar with how a desert village would look, and I don't know if there's one here or not. Savannah's over there, and there might be a Savannah village, but we want to build, for instance, something that would look different, maybe in the desert setting, or maybe we want to, as we've even seen before, bring a desert village over here to the plains, or something like that. Anything that you want to do, where you want to make it. We already put a jungle looking building over there in the jungle, so you could continue that kind of a thing and make your own village over there, change out the blocks any way you want them. That's one thing you could do with those blueprints, by the way, is to take that building and then use the different color planks and all that kind of stuff. What about if we do something up here on the Savannah Plateau up here? This looks like we can do a couple of small things over here without a bunch of problem. There are several ways that we could wipe off, for instance, grasses and all that. We could use the eraser block that I showed you before, or, several different things. Let's get here. Wait, I want to go to here and get some of these things out of my action bar here. We don't need a villager. We're not going to do that this time, anything like that. All we want to do is just show you how to get these out of the folder, and we're not going to take them out of there. We're going to copy them out of the folders which I showed you. All right. We're going to use the block the same way, and all we're going to be doing is loading, okay, for this usage. I thought we would go ahead and make one of those golems. That sounded like a good plan to me. Why don't we put him over here somewhere, out of the way a little bit, and we can put him up in the air, but we probably want him to land on top of that, right? So we're going to go like this, and we're going to go to the load screen right here, and we're going to type in village, just as I showed you, /common. That's where he is, and then he is called iron underline golem, right? Did I do that right? Iron underline golem. And I don't think we have to do entities because he is an item here. I don't think it would hurt to hit that if you wanted to, but I think we can just do load, and it's setting up the place for him, so that means he's going to come in. And I'm going to stand back a little ways, and we're going to go ahead and say load. This makes the puzzle block. In other words, this is like a spawner. So when you, let's get the block out from underneath. When you set up your village and you want to have the golem come in automatically, you probably want to put that underground somewhere. I'm really not sure how that works all the way. If you click on it, it's, I don't know all these. You could go study that out with the jigsaw puzzle blocks. But that's how he comes in. Okay, and so we'll do something else. Let's see what else you could do. There's a whole list of animals you could do the same puzzle blocks and do that, and there's all sorts of other things in the common folders. All right, but let's put a desert house up here. Why not? No, let's put a snowy house up here. All right, snowy. I have a page here for snowy. Let's do that. We can put in the snowy lamppost. Let's do that. That was the first one that we saw. We want it again to sit on the surface, so let's do this right here. And we can then put in the name, which is village slash snowy, because this is not a house. This is house. This is in snowy houses, I believe. No, wait, it's just snowy for this part. Let's try it. We may have to change this. I think it's just this, snowy slash, and then we'll put the name, snowy underline lamp, underline post, underline 01. And then we should be able to say load, and yeah, that's going to be right here. And you can see it's going to take up that amount of space right there. So we'll go ahead and load it, and there you go. And then you can get rid of that. And I guess this puzzle block, I think when we're doing it, now the game picks those up and puts them in with those, but we never see those, right? So I think that what we would want to do, let's not overlap that one that way. Let's do it this way. Let's go down one more block, okay? And then we'll do that with, come on, one more block. There we go. That way, and we'll put it in, and we'll do that again. Data load, and that I should have copied it. Village slash snowy underline lamp underline post underline 01, and we'll say load. It's not available. Okay, I must have typed something wrong. Whoops, that's not what I want. Get out of there. All right. Village snowy, aha, there's it is right there. I forgot the Y in there. Snowy lamppost 01, and we'll say load. Okay, I'm going to put a brand new one in and start that over. Load. Okay, here we go. Village snowy. Oh, okay, no, that's what we did before. Slash snowy underline lamp underline post underline 01. Snowy lamp post. Okay, load. There we go. We got it right that time. Whatever. I don't know what I did wrong. And we'll say load, and there it is, and it sits down in the ground that way. So, you know, I don't know. Then I think if you were doing it in here, then all you would want to do just for your own use is to just replace that with that, and you'd have it sitting on your ground just like that. You could do the same thing here and build a structure for it to sit on, however you want to do it. You know, all sorts of stuff that you can do. But there you have a double lamp post, and that's the first style that they've made. So now this fisherman's cottage, which comes with some barrels, and this is just a cute one. Very simple. We need a very small space for this. So right about here maybe. We want it to sit on this surface, and so we will go into load, and we'll say village. We don't put a slash first. Village slash snowy slash houses slash fisher. No, I have to start with snowy. Snowy underline fisher underline cottage. Okay, and we'll say load, and it should. Okay, where is it going to be placed? Right over the other thing there. I don't think we want to do that. We want to turn it a little bit. Let's go for a 90 and say done so we can get out and look at it. Yeah, that's good enough for me. And we'll say load, and there we go. Now you see that this is it's putting in all the snow and everything like that. I'm thinking that I really don't want it up that high, and that isn't something that I knew. So let's do the erase thing here. Let's go down like this. Yeah, let's do that. Stop, and we'll load. And it was 5 by 7 by by 9 dash airspace, right? And we're going to load it right here. And is that going to take everything out or not? Oh, you know what? I forgot to take out the thing first for the other one, which was, where did we put that? Was it right over here? We got to find the other thing. Well, maybe not. Let's just do this and say load, and it should at least erase part of that. So yeah, you could do that again. Oh, there's the other one there, right there. So we can do that again right over here. Let's do it on this side, perhaps. Okay, this should do it right here. And we'll do the 5, whoops, by 7, by 9. This is why you can make your own sizes. Dash air space, and load it, and turn it. I think 100, maybe, yeah, 180. Nope. 90. Nope. 270. There we go. Say done. Yep, that's where I want, right there. And load, and that's going to knock out another part. Then by that time you can just, get rid of whatever you don't want. Or you can do a bigger thing, and there you go. But let's go ahead then and actually put it in down that low right here. Now that's probably going to overlap that. Let's not do that. Let's go way over here like this and put it down here and go to load again, and we'll type in the village slash snowy slash houses slash snowy underline Fisher underline cottage, and load it, and let's move it. Let's turn it 90 degrees. Done. Where is that going to put it? No, that's going to overhang it out there. Let's do the 270 and say done, so I can look. Yeah, that's good enough. I was thinking it was smaller than this. Obviously it's not. And there we go. Now that set it down into the ground the way that we should have done the first time. Okay, so yeah, you can play with all of that, and you get used to the different things. And like I said, if this is your own place, you don't have to leave the puzzle blocks in there. Those are for generation. And in here you get the barrels, 3 of the fisherman's barrels, and your house is out here where you want it, just like it looks in a snowy biome. And of course, since you don't have it in a snowy biome, then you would want to take out the snow. No problem. Now you have what was originally intended for a snowy biome in your savanna biome. There you go. And like I said, you can also, since you might not want to make it in spruce, when you look at that page that has the blueprints, you can make this. You can look at this and make it exactly like it looks here, except that you would then make it in, you would put it in along with the correct kind of acacia wood instead of in the spruce. There you go. That's all there is to it. Anything that's on those lists, that's on those pages, you can create here, anywhere you want. And like I said, you can just, once you get this all done, if you've messed up and you don't want to do the eraser thing with an air block, you just take it out, just like you normally would. Anything else in the way, there you go. Or if you even want to just like go into survival and save all those mats, go right ahead. It's up to you what you want to do. It'll be your world. Alright, so that is basically how it's done. And you can find out lots more information as I showed you on those pages. I hope that this will be fun for you to play around with, as it has been for me. And thanks for watching, and bye for now.